they were probably 20% full, you know.
Okay.
And I fed each one of these colonies close to, probably 3-4 gallons of corn syrup last fall, which is, you know, pretty normal for up here. But every year is different. You don't ever know, you know. And you know, I don't know. Like I say, what you think, you know, one year you don't work the next year. I got friends of mine that can over there. He'll feed his in the fall of the year maybe a gallon. But he's out today working his bees day, and he's probably got a barrel of corn syrup on his truck, and he'll find one that's getting a little low, and he puts a what they call a division board feeder, you know, the ones that takes the place of a frame.
Right.
When he sets a hive up, a brand new hive, his bottom board is nailed on the bottom box. The bottom board is nailed to it, and then he will put a division board feeder as you standing in the back of your hive. When you're talking bees to another beekeeper, you are always standing behind the hive. This is number 1 frame. This is number 10 frame.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Always start left to right?
Left to right. We read and write left to right, and to orient yourself so that if I'm talking to you on the phone, you're looking at it from behind your hive, because you don't work where you're standing at today. On July, you wouldn't want to be standing in front of your hive there, because them bees run.
Yeah.
You always work from the back or the side. You know, I always work mine from the side. But anyway, he will set a new hive up, a brand new hive up. The bottom box he nails the bottom board to it, and then he'll put a brand new division board feeder on the right side of that hive. On the right side.
Does it matter if it's 910 or 8 or 910, what frame he replaces it with?
No, the 10th frame.
The 10th frame. Okay.
He always puts it on the right-hand side of the box. It's always on every one of his. You stand behind him, you can guarantee that feeder is on the right-hand side.
Is there a reason why you don't put it in nowhere else?
So, because when because you don't want to split your brood chamber.
Okay.
You don't brood nest. You don't ever do that.
Okay.
That's a cardinal rule. You don't ever split your brood nest up. And he could have put it on the left side if he wanted to. He just opted to put it on.
It's either going to be number 1 or number 10.
Yeah, right. It's going to be, and on his, unless something has changed him up or something, they're all, so he knows in the wintertime, when he goes out there now, he looks at that hive. Go ahead. He looks at that hive, and the top, and he's, well, yeah, they need a little feeding. He'll go get he's got an old radiator bucket or a plant water or bucket. You know, they got a snout on it, and he'll fill it up with corn syrup. He's always got that with him when he goes bill. He'll pop that hive bodies apart, raise it up in the back, stick that snout in there, and put a gallon or 2 in that feeder and move on. And they'll get. He said they don't. You know, he's never had any problem with bees getting to it or whatever. That's always warms up enough where they can get to it and keep them from starving. But he's making his living off of this, and I'm playing with bees. He looks at money, because see, I put a lot of food on mine last year, because if you don't feed your bees, they're gonna starve to death.
Yeah.
That's a known fact. And I do that, and I try to get that top box up there pretty full, and I overfed them just a little bit, not much. But with Ken, he wouldn't have fed them that much because it cost him money. That corn syrup, 25 cents a pound, whatever you give for it, you know. And he's going to come out there every day that it ain't that it gets above 32 degrees. He's out there looking at his bees, and he can tell what's going on, and he'll feed. You know, he feeds them just what they need. If you find one that's queenless, it's queenless. It's going to die. It ain't no way around it that I know of. And like I say, the only thing you can do today, if you find one that's needing food, you can feed it. You know, you can feed in 0 weather. People talk about, well, it's too cold to open their hives up. It ain't never too cold to feed a hungry colony. You know, and you just don't go down in the brood nest and all that stuff. You get on in there, get in and put the food on them and get out. You know,
right.
Just try to do as much as you can help them.
Where you got eggs in that other hive, could you split a hive now?
No. If I were to take any brood out of that hive right there, that'd probably kill that hive.
Oh, okay.
Because see, they're you saw they're dwindled down You know,
Yeah.
there ain't many bees in there, but they got that cap brood in there.
Got a replacement
Yeah,
crop coming on.
They're replaced to that brood. Every one of them those cap cells, I would say, you know, by the end of the week they will be hatched out. So that now, see, that colony's getting bigger. See,
Right.
it's getting bigger.
Gonna take care of more babies.
Yeah, they'll take care of more of them, and they got the food and all that stuff in there, and you know, they're good. They're good to go. You know, they ought to be. You know, that's one of them high tops are made out of that vititow.
Right.
And that's as good as you need for a hive. It's as good as you need. That you can buy that vititow, buy them sheets of that stuff, and that those have been on there.
They ain't moved up yet. The beagle.
There may not be any bees in it either. It's dead out. And a bee one in it. And a bee one in it.
Huh.
See it there? See the cluster?
It froze right there.
Mm-hmm, dead out, right? That's a.
Dang. So are these?
They're robber bees.
Robber bees?
Mm-hmm. Robbers, yeah. Let's set them just for whatever. For
Is
your,
it heavy, Mike? I can move it.
for your information, we'll set them off there, and we'll look and see. Maybe we can tell what caused them to die out. It's hard to say.
And you hate to see a loss of bees like that.
Yeah. Boy, but I have come out in the bee yard and then go down a row, and you just tickled that find a live one.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. One year I guess I lost probably 90% of my bees one winter.
Dang.
Yeah. And they had honey in them. It was the first year, right there on the first one, Varroa tracheal mite started to, you know, it was taking over.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do for them, and see, they had food there. So they had pollen. See, that's pollen down in there, and there was nectar right above them. You know, why did they die? Yeah. That right there is kind of an indication of starvation, but I don't know. You know, it'd be hard to convince me that those bees starved to death. They just dwindled down and died for some reason or other. Now, where it was Varroa or tracheal mite or whatever, I don't know. And you can, according to Tammy, you can take a sample of these bees and send them off, and they will tell you what they died from. They can analyze them. But now, see them bees there, how they've got their heads. I don't know. See how they got their heads down? See all of them down in them cells there? It's like they starved to death. That's an indication of starvation. But look at the pollen they had around. Of course, they need honey, but there was honey right above them.
Yeah.
You know, why didn't they go to it? Strange.
Well, there's moisture-looking stuff in there, so there's something.
Well, that's nectar. I mean, that's honey on the top of that pollen. Yeah. But see all those bees stuff down in them cells. That's an indication of starvation.
Huh. Don't hurt your feelings.
I know it. Yeah. Well, you know, I mean,
And you fed them so much back in the fall.
Right. You know, they were doing.
Is that white stuff in there capped?
That is cappings. I'd say where robber bees have come in there and uncapped that honey,
Okay.
and they're robbing it out. I would say what it is, Ricky.
Yeah.
So
Now will the other bees, if you put another swarm of bees in this, will they remove all them dead bees?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They'll clean them out. About all you need to do. Now look at there. There was brood. Look, there was brood in there. Look at that. Huh. Died with raising brood. And there was food above them. Craziest thing I ever seen. Don't know. See that cap brood in there?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides.
Both sides a little bit, yeah. Let's see here. I know there ain't no chance in that brood, that larva being alive, but let's look. Let's do a little dissecting here and see.
Well, if it wasn't nothing to keep him warm.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's dead. But yeah, I will take this comb. This will be one of the combs on them full ones.
Yeah.
That's real full.
Right.
I will go in there and pull some of them right out of the center of the brood nest, right out of the center of them combs, and put a couple of these in there, 2 frames of these in there, or 3, whatever I can spare, whatever I got going on up and down the line here, and put a comb in there for them to for them to raise if they're honey bound, and to put that.
Well, them full frames of honey would be good starting off of.
Right, yeah. Make a division off of, yeah. There's nothing wrong with them.
Well, me and Mike went through some of his hives today to see what's going on with them, getting ready for spring. And this dead hive makes it tough. But I'll be getting you more videos as we go.